odd question, but do you guys just play better when you're behind? Is there an urgency, or it just seems like we've seen in games, I don't know, you played great in the third period.
Yeah, it was a good push. Last 30 minutes was ours for sure. Even first 10 in the second, not great. Not generating much, but yeah, I guess pushing a little bit better in the third and found our legs.
Is there something to be said for not thinking as much too? It seems like you guys just attack and not worry about, don't give up this goal.
Yeah, I think there's certain element of urgency and you got to be aggressive on the offensive side to create. You can't always sit back and be too conservative. We got to be more aggressive right from the start.
What did you see from Jason Robertson? I know he was moved up to your line late in this one, and he fed you for that breakaway.
Yeah, he's a really good player. Can make plays. Saw on his goal and overtime. So he's an all-around really good player and fun to play with. So I'm excited to see him do well.
What's the feeling when you get a power play with a chance to tie the game? And you guys have been very dangerous. Is there confidence?
Yeah, it's confidence. When you get goals, and when you get, when you help the team in that way, that's how you create confidence. Obviously, it's gonna go up and down during the year, but try to stay consistent with that, and try to help the team every game.
Do you feel like that confidence continues into overtime, even though it's 3-on-3? It seemed like you guys still had a lot of jump.
I think so. I think momentum, stays. If we're pushing end of the third, which I think we had some chances to win the game even there. So I think it carries over. I think they had some good looks. Jake made some big saves, and overall team win.
How did it feel to get the one? Obviously, you've been pushing for it, and that was a key goal at a key time, and looked like you were quite relieved.
Yeah, no, definitely it was relieved, but at the same time, it was a big goal in the game. They were coming back, so I think it was just a build-up of excitement, and got it done.
Do you feel it coming? Because it looks like you wanted the shot.
Yeah, I don't know. I think I just wanted to shoot as much as I could. I don't know. I just kept firing. That feels good.
You also fed Rantanen for that breakaway on the first goal. Did you feel like there was a little bit of a spark playing together with him later in the game?
Yeah, I think definitely when you're out there with Mikko, he's, one of the best players in the world. So whenever we're out there together, I try to look for him. I know he's going to be making those reads of maybe as a step. Give him the puck. Give him a chance. Be ready. I think we just built off it, and then our team just started to pick up the gas, and that third we felt got our legs, and yeah.
Is it as simple as just you get that spark from that first goal and everything changes? Because it seemed like you really turned it on.
Yeah, that's just hockey. You get one goal. And it wasn't, it wasn't a, goal you really work hard for. It's a break. That happens in hockey, happens to us, happens for us. Just a quick breakaway, transition, go the other way, and I think it just gave us a whole reasoning, we're in this game, we're gonna. One shot away, we're going to push, and I think we kind of took over after that.
How fun was it playing that overtime period too?
Yeah, it was it was a chippy overtime. I've never seen one little chippy as that. But yeah, I'm glad we got it done. Overtime hasn't been too great this year, especially on the road, so I'm glad that we were able to get it done, make the plays out there, and be particular with our attempts. So it's a great step.
Is there anything to your team's ability to come back? Because you've done it a lot this year.
I think that's just the way it goes. You don't want to go down early,
right.
But you take wins when you get them. But the beauty of it is, you don't want to be down, but we're comfortable there. we're comfortable. In most of the games, we find ourselves in a little hole. We dig ourselves out. But you're playing a dynamite. This early in the year, so hopefully we get the switch going later.
Yeah, I was talking to a friend. You could have gone down 3-1 or 3-0 or 4-0, whatever, and you don't do that. So something stops it and then gives you the opportunity to come back.
I think you just, we play, try to pack in. Jakey had to make some big time saves to keep us in the game.
Yeah, in the first period.
And the first period, I believe their power play had a lot of chances there. He kept us in there. He gave us life, and that's what makes him so great. He stays in it. He gives us a chance to win every game, and we would turn it on. It's a hard team to play against.
You guys haven't won here since 2016.
Yeah.
I think. Did it mean just that little bit extra knowing that coming?
No, it meant a lot. I think, especially. I've only been here for 6 years, so it's been 6 times, but Yeah, I mean, everyone knew it going into it. Like, we wanted this one really bad. I mean, we only play here once a year, and we've had bad experiences. We wanted to change it, and it felt that much better.
Is it weird? I mean, I don't know if you guys talk about it all, but you play a lot better as a team when you're down.
I don't know. I mean, it's not really
Not the ideal.
not what we want to do, yeah.
Right.
But I think just like the resiliency.
Yeah.
And I think if we mix that with good starts, and then we'll be a really, really good team. So just got to find a way to get out of the first 20 better and start playing with leads a little bit more.
What have you seen in overtimes? Because they've been a little bit hectic, but this was a good one tonight.
Yeah, they're just super fun, just run and gun, and it's, I wish they were longer. It's some of the most fun hockey you can play. So just try to be patient and take the chances you get, and we did that tonight.
When those two go in early in the first,
Yeah.
how do you shake that off mentally? Is that
Yeah, I just try. I mean, obviously not ideal, but I just try to tell myself to just keep it at 2, and we have so much firepower. I feel like we get 2 every night for the most part, so just keep it at 2 or under, and obviously want to have a better start than that though.
When Mikko gets that goal, can you just feel kind of a shift on the bench?
Yeah, I think so. I think we had some decent looks, and then after we scored that, we had probably 10 grade A looks in the last 20 minutes. So that kind of got us going, and it was great. Now we just got to find a way to do that from the start, and we'll be really dangerous.
What was it like seeing Jason Robertson score that goal?
It was great. Yeah, I mean, our power play's been one of the big reasons that we're where we are right now in the standings with the injuries and stuff that we've had. So just they keep stepping up for us, and he's obviously one of the main threats, and not a guy I would want to have to go against.
Been the key to the comebacks. I was just talking to you. You don't let it go to 3-0 or whatever. You stop the momentum when it gets going, and then you flip it around.
Yeah, we've talked about it being a race to 3, especially when you got 2 good teams playing. And then, I was a little worried even before the game with our legs, with coming off our 3 and 4, and just how we're going to be after flying, and we were down 2. So I thought we did a really good job of settling in, kind of stopping the momentum first, and then kind of trying to build back momentum. I like, obviously our second half was the opposite of the first, but I thought they came out with a lot of jump. They hemmed us in on the forecheck. I didn't think we were quite ready with our legs and our play for the pace. But once we got up and running, I thought we did a good job in the second half.
What was that change for you guys especially on their forecheck halfway through? It just seemed like you were finally able to start breaking out a little bit later.
Yeah, we talked. One of the keys to our game was they dumped the puck at the second highest rate in the league behind Florida, so we knew that they come with this heavy forecheck, and we just didn't handle it well in the beginning. We were losing wall battles, and not breaking out clean, and then you could see what happened, right? They had the momentum, and once we kind of got it stabilized, got our puck play and our legs going a little bit, we got it to neutral, and then we could start to play after that. So I give credit to our guys. They just stick with it. They knew the game plan, and they knew what they were facing. They just took us a while to get up and running.
How big is it to have that kind of power play in a 1-goal game?
Yeah, you need it. You need it. And what's happening now is you can see the penalty kill stabilizing too and giving you big kills, and the power play being able to punch somebody in the nose. So, and then obviously Otter settled into the game too, and you start to get all 3 of those things working, and that's when you're gonna have success.
What'd you see in Jason obviously getting that goal?
Yeah, I was on the bench saying now would be the time, and it happened. So it's good. It's those top guys that are paid to score goals. It gives them a lot of confidence, especially when they get a big one, and that was a big one for us.
That choice to move him up with Mikko too, and then they combined for that breakaway goal to get
Yes.
the first one. How big was that?
Yeah, when you get these, one thing I've learned over the years is when you kind of get a little stalemate there, we try to mix the lines around in the second half to create a little spark, and it did its job, right? And then midway through the third, we got it kind of even. We kind of went back to our lines to give us a little more stability, but we needed a little spark, and it got us going. That goal certainly got us going.
You haven't been here, but Jason said it was a big deal to win in this building.
Yeah, I haven't been
players
here.
talked about it,
I just told Lindy this morning, I said, whatever you've done in the past, do the opposite. So if you're morning skating, whatever you're going to do the opposite. So he No, it's good. You never want those things to linger because they create a life of themselves for themselves. So I'm glad it's over.